born. I wanted them to have happiness. I wanted them to someday have a spouse to love and to love them. And I wanted for us grandchildren. One of these children was a bit of a worry. We were concerned because he didn't seem to be bringing home any girls to meet Mom and Dad. Well, he did once, and I thought, there, he's not gay. But a little while later, he did come home, and he said, Mom and Dad, sit down. I have something to tell you. I am gay. Well, my reaction was, of course, fear, because we were in the midst of the AIDS epidemic. I also knew that violence was perpetrated against gay folks. And I felt sadness. This one won't have a spouse. This one won't have a marriage. I won't have any grandchildren from this child. I felt shame. What did I do wrong as a mom? So I went in the closet and slammed the door. And then I read a lot of stuff about gayness. I learned that it's not a choice, that one is born that way. Reminded me of when my mother taught school many, many years ago, and all children were expected to write with their right hand, and if they didn't, they tied their left hands behind their back. And yet those children, when they could write on their own, wrote with their left hands, because that was natural for them. So I learned that being gay is a natural state of being. Well, in a few years, I was ready to talk to other people, and I wanted to find other families who were in our situation. So the first PFLAG meeting was starting in Keene, Parents, Family, Friends of Gays and Lesbians. It's a national organization. There are chapters all over the United States. So my husband and I went to our first PFLAG meeting at St. James Episcopal Church, and we got to talk and meet with other people. That was also the year that Matthew Shepard was murdered, 1998, left on a fence to die in Wyoming. Again, a resurgence of fear, thinking, oh my God, that could be my kid. Okay, I gotta speak out. How do I do that? Well, I went to see Judy Shepard, Matthew's mom. And I listened to her just passion about talking about it. The fact that she said it's very important that we talk about this issue so that the fears will go away and so that our children will be able to live a normal life in this culture. So with the support of the PFLAG organization, I started speaking anywhere that they would listen. And I felt it was really important to talk about acceptance and changing our rules and our laws in this country. So what happened? My straight child gave us a grandchild not that long ago. She's actually 2. And she could keep me busy enough. I don't have to be doing this work anymore. Like my son says, Mom, why don't you retire? And I said, honey, it's not about you anymore anyway. Would you hold this for just a minute? Because I need to show you my family pictures. Here's some of my family. But, too many papers. This is the reason I do this work now. This is my 2-year-old. And I want her to grow up in a world that's safe, a world that will accept her, however she becomes when she's a teenager. And that's why you're here today, to tell your stories. Thank you.